Hi, I want to address some risk and fears that I hear about regularly, and I want to talk a little bit about them and maybe share some ideas that can mitigate those risks and thus reduce that fear. One of the biggest fears that I hear about on a regular basis is that my competitor may discover what I'm doing. I think it's a good thing. I think when your competitor sees that you're doing things different and better than them, you can create a little fear for them. Well, as well, a formidable competitor already knows how to pay attention to your marketing, pay attention to your material, pay attention to your networking. And so they already know formidable competitors already know how to pay attention to what you're doing. And if you're only sharing content that is the kind of content you would share publicly anyway, white papers or stories or case studies that you would share in other places, you're not giving your competitor an advantage by sharing it on LinkedIn. What you're doing is giving yourself an advantage by being able to reach more people. The other risk that I hear about regularly is that my competitors may discover who I'm doing business with. Well, that's very possible if the only people that you connect with on LinkedIn are your clients. So you need to connect way beyond your clients. Connect in your industry, connect in your community, connect with business resources and knowledge providers, and connect with people who are friends and even family. And you can bury those clients into that list, and they won't necessarily be able to see which of those people you're connected with that are clients. There's another way to mitigate this risk of letting them see who you're connected with, and that is not to connect with your competitors. If you don't connect with your competitors, the only people that they will see you're connected with are the people that they are connected with. And so it really becomes less of a risk if you don't connect with your competitors. And if you do connect with your competitors, you have the ability to turn off your list anyway. So again, the only ones that they'll see that you're connected with are the same people that they're connected with. Another risk that I hear about often is that I don't want my clients to see what my connections are sharing that may be inappropriate or diminish my brand. Well, that's a huge fear, and I understand that. However, we are not judged by other people's content unless we too are engaging on that content. So if you don't want to be judged, you don't want your clients to judge you by your connections contents, there's a couple things you can do. One is never engage on that content. Don't touch it. Don't like it, comment, share it in any way, and you're not associated with it. Number two is you need to stay true to this philosophy that you should never do, say, or engage on LinkedIn in any way that you don't want to be seen, heard, or perceived of in life. We are only judged by the words, the deeds, and our own actions, not by the words, deeds, and actions of others. So be purposeful about what you engage on. You can elevate your brand, elevate the reputation, rather than diminish it. Here's another fear that I hear or concern about using LinkedIn is I just don't have time. I don't have time to use LinkedIn. And I get that. It's real. There are only so many hours in a day. What I want to get you to think about, and if you want to get value from LinkedIn, is stop thinking of it as a sideline tool. Rather, think of it as an integrated tool into your other business processes. So when you integrate the use of LinkedIn into the phone call, you're looking at someone's profile when you're talking with them. When you integrate the use of LinkedIn when you're doing research, you're researching on LinkedIn as well as other tools. If you spend time learning how to use LinkedIn, then you can reduce the amount of time you spend on LinkedIn struggling and increase the amount of time you're getting value from it, and thus have less of a time requirement. But first and foremost, it's all about integrating the use of LinkedIn into your day-to-day business processes. And then you're not finding time to use LinkedIn, you're using LinkedIn while you're doing the other things that are relevant to your clients, your prospects, your industries, etc. I'm sure that there are other risks and other fears that people have regarding using LinkedIn. However, those risks become minimized and the fears dissolve as you learn how to use LinkedIn appropriately, focused on your business goals. We had fears using fax machines. We had fears using email. We had fears using the internet. And I get that. There are risks and fears associated with using any new business tool we decide to use. You minimize those risks and you dissolve those fears by learning how to use these business tools effectively.